Coming up on Look Today, well, SUNY Adirondack is considering arming their peace officers with guns. I've got details. And we've got continuing coverage of our look at education as we speak to the superintendent of the South Glens Falls School District. More on that coming up. Plus, the 25th annual Washington County Fiber Tour took place over this past weekend. We were there. We've got details. All ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone, I'm Jay Hood Jackson, and this is Look Today. In tonight's program, I sit down with Laura Greenaway. She's Development Director for the American Diabetes Association, and we're joined by John Davidson. He's co-owner of Davidson Brothers Brewing in Glens Falls, and they're here to talk about the Tour de Cure race. That's happening June 4th. I also sit down with Candace Fry. She's a new Executive Director of LARAC, and we're joined by Philip Casabona. He's a Shop and Festival Coordinator. They're here to talk about exciting events coming up for LARAC. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties. But first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, SUNY Adirondack is considering whether to arm their peace officers with guns. Now, the college received a request in October from the Public Safety Department to explore the issue. Well, currently, college officials are reviewing data and the history of campus safety. Well, we spoke to Dr. Christine Duffy. She's president of SUNY Adirondack about the benefits of arming their campus security.
It's our job to make sure that not only our students but our community members are safe. We have an outstanding peace officer corps right now. We just want to make sure that we are giving our peace officers the tools they need to do their job and ensuring the safety of all of those that come on this campus.
An important issue for sure. In other news, we'll continue our coverage of our look at education. Today, we spoke to the superintendent of the South Glens Falls School District. Now, the proposed budget for them is $57 million, and this is a 2.2% increase from last year. Now, South Glens Falls is ranked the 6th most cost-effective district out of 90 in the capital region. We spoke to Mike Patton. He's superintendent of the school district.
Again, we've been very consistent with staying under the tax cap over the last several years, being very mindful of our taxpayers' ability to pay, and at the same time support the quality of education that we can offer to our students.
Nice going, Mike. Switching from news to weather. Well, today saw overcast skies, the temperatures in the high 50s, so it felt okay. But there's a slight chance of rain later on tonight. Let's see how the rest of the week is shaping up. For a more detailed look at our weather, let's head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast.
Thank you, Jesse. Well, a bit more of a soggy day is upcoming as we go not only through the afternoon hours today, but over the next couple of days. We'll see a couple chances of rainfall moving back in. The good news for now is the latest front has cleared back out. Still watching some wraparound moisture becoming a little bit more annoying as we go throughout the overnight hours of tonight. And we should see a lot of that fading out by the time we wake up tomorrow morning. But still a chance, a little bit of patchy drizzle out there. Overcast skies, temperatures hanging between about 40 in Burlington, 44 at Albany. Whereas we get some clearing skies, we'll see temperatures in the upper 30s in Scranton, while 50s hold on under mostly sunny, clear skies rather, in Washington, D.C. As we go through the overnight, still some patchy chances of showers or a little bit of light drizzle out there. Winds out of the southwest 10 to 15, low 42. Highs only reaching back up in the mid 50s tomorrow, but we'll see a clearing day. That's the good news for us. We're going to see another clear, drier afternoon. Now, as we take a look at the out the door forecast tomorrow morning, we'll start to see a little bit more and more sunshine taking shape. Temperatures around the 8 to 9 a.m. hour between about 45 and 49. So a cooler start, but some more pleasant weather on the way. We'll hit 60 degrees on Thursday, and here's where that next chance of wet weather comes into play. By Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we'll see 3 days filled with a chance of showers. The best chance with us Friday. We'll start to see that chance of rain slowly drifting out of here for the back half of the weekend. Daytime highs still in the upper 50s and low 60s. And we'll see morning lows hanging in the 40s. So it won't be a very cold rain, but still be obnoxiously long-lasting as we head through the weekend, perhaps seeing a bit of a washout on Saturday with some limited shower activity taking us through Sunday. Well, that's it from the First Look Weather Center. Now let's get back to you, Jesse.
Thanks, Brent. All right, back to the news. Well, the 25th annual Washington County Fiber Tour took place over the past weekend in Easton. Now, the self-guided tour showcased sheep, alpacas, goats, and rabbits, including 11 participating farms and the bat and kill, carting, and spinning mill. Well, we were at the tour, and we spoke to Karen Kennedy. She's the owner of the Ensign Brook Farm.
I'd like to educate the public and the people about the fiber that grows in our county and how it's a natural source of clothing and an art form, if that.
It really is an art form. My wife is a weaver, so I can tell you firsthand. All right, up next, I sit down with Laura Greenaway. She's a development director for the American Diabetes Association. And we're joined by John Davidson. He's a co-owner of Davidson Brothers Brewing in Glens Falls. They're here to talk about the Tour de Cure race that's happening on June 4th. And I sit down with Candace Fry. She's executive director of LARAC in Glens Falls. And we're joined by Philip Casabona. He's the shop and festival coordinator. And they're here to talk about exciting upcoming events for LARAC. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea. How about join us for an interview? Give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. I've got a couple lookouts for tonight. We're up at the factory outlets of Lake George today shooting some video. And we met Dan the chef. Now, Dan the chef has a cafe called Sammy D's Cafe. So Dana and I sampled the mushroom sandwich. It was outrageous. So I told him we were going to give him a lookout tonight. And I also want to give a look out to Tori and to Trish and Dawn, who helped us with the video. And my buddy George Normandin, his daughter Lucy is in the video, and she stole the show. She was just the cutest thing. Last but not least, you know that we don't editorialize. I believe in media communication, not left-wing media, right-wing media. But every once in a while I catch something. I read the New York Times, and I read the Wall Street Journal, and I watch Fox, and I watch CNN. It's bad. It's always been that way. But someone said that Trump not going to the White House Correspondents' Dinner was like an adolescent failing every final exam and bragging about not going to graduation. I thought you might enjoy that. All right, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. Tonight on Look TV, it's Queensbury Town Board meeting. It's a new one. And don't forget, tune in tomorrow night for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.